The first thing that disarmed me about this tiny home is that it never begs to look bigger than it is. Instead, it uses every inch with enough confidence that the compact footprint starts to feel like a design advantage. From the outside, the cedar shell is simple and almost modest, but the glazing hints at a surprisingly layered interior. What won me over was not one dramatic feature, but the way storage, light, furniture, and views all seem to work together. So let's start with the move that makes the whole house feel calm before we even step inside. The exterior works because it refuses to over-decorate a very small volume. A pitched black roof gives the house a familiar silhouette, while the vertical cedar keeps it crisp and contemporary. The deck is not treated like an add-on, it is the first room, a pause between meadow and interior. I also like that the path approaches from an angle, so the home reveals its depth rather than presenting one flat facade. Before the plan says anything clever, the arrival already feels composed, useful, and welcoming. Inside, the main room makes its strongest argument with sightlines. You can read the sofa, kitchen, dining ledge, storage wall, and loft access almost immediately, which lowers the mental clutter of a small plan. The ceiling height matters, but the real trick is how the oak cabinetry stops short of feeling heavy. Every built-in has a job, yet the room still leaves enough plain wall and open floor to breathe. That balance is why the living zone feels compact in measurement, but generous in experience. The kitchen is where this tiny home stops being charming and starts being convincing. The counter is short, but it is uninterrupted, which is more useful than a longer surface broken by awkward corners. Open shelving is used sparingly, so the room gets a few beautiful moments without turning everyday storage into a display burden. Tall cabinets take the less glamorous jobs, hiding pantry items, cleaning tools, and the visual noise that can overwhelm a small home. That is the kind of practicality that feels quiet in photos but changes how livable the house becomes. One detail I would keep exactly as designed is the uninterrupted counter beside the sink. In a small kitchen, a clear landing zone often matters more than another cabinet door. It gives daily routines a place to happen without making the room feel busy. private zones are restrained, and that restraint is doing a lot of work. In the bathroom, pale plaster, stone, and oak keep the space bright without making it feel clinical. The fixtures are compact, but the materials feel permanent, which is essential in a home this small. Up in the loft, the design avoids the usual cramped novelty by giving the bed a clean edge, soft linen, and a direct view to the glass. These quieter rooms prove that comfort here is not a styling trick, it is built into the plan. The final reason this tiny home won me over is the way it borrows space from outside. The glass doors turn the deck into a daily extension of the living room, not just a place for occasional photos. Because the landscape is edited rather than wild, the view feels peaceful without making the architecture disappear. At dusk, the house becomes especially persuasive, small in footprint, warm in presence, and clear about what it values. It is charming because it is beautiful, but it is functional because almost every beautiful choice is also doing a job. If I changed one thing, I would add a slim exterior storage bench along the deck edge. It would protect cushions, garden tools, and outdoor blankets without stealing from the interior. That small addition would make an already strong indoor-outdoor idea even more practical. The best tiny homes do not feel like compromise dressed up with clever furniture. They feel edited, intentional, and honest about the life they are designed to support. This one won me over because its charm and its function are not competing, they are the same idea expressed at different scales. If you could bring one detail from this home into your own space, I would love to know which one.